If you'd like to see more of our videos, hit the subscribe button to stay on top of the market news. Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today's October 28th, 2020. And today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, we're watching the Turkish Lira continue to make new lows versus the USD. But first, looking at the economic events today, just one event coming out of Canada. Bank of Canada will be coming out with a rate decision. That's an important number for the Canadian dollar. Now, looking at the markets, the dollar gains versus the major pairs as we inch in closer to the elections. Looking at the indices, Dow Jones has no bounce after a massive decline on Monday. And the NASDAQ is on resistance, but not really trading much, awaiting corporate earnings this Thursday. Now, looking at the commodities, gold being challenged on resistance, while all pretty much unchanged. And looking at the stocks, Intel and Cisco, which are old-time, old-school, high-tech companies, very important bellwethers, are showing tremendous weakness, while Apple, Microsoft, and Facebook still strong. So it's like a little bit of a shift in the market rotation as old school versus new school has, on one end, weakness, and on the other end, some strength. Lastly, looking at Bitcoin, it continues to trade higher, 13,700 from a 13,100-ish level. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to first take a look at the Eur Usd at our 1-hour chart. And you can see pretty much we kind of tumbled yesterday from our 1803 supportish level, and that was your cue to jump into it, but not much doing there, okay? 23 pips all the way down to our extremity. So really we are in a very, very tight move, and I think we'll continue to see this kind of wavering, okay, as the markets continue as we get closer to the election day. Now, looking at the Turkish Lira, this is really major. 823, okay, as it continued to soften against the dollar, this is all-time lows. If we look at a monthly, check that out. This could go to 10. Okay, this is very reminiscent of something that happened to the South African rand. Now, speaking of the South African rand, just slowly getting on that level, 1623, really resistance to break this 1600-ish level, 116 level, I mean. And if it does break it, then we should see it gain closer to the 1540-ish level. Now, jumping into commodities, we're challenged at this 1909-ish level. Okay, we've been trying to break it on the upside, but have been very reluctant to do so. So this is something, that we could see it continue to trade within this range, although it is building a little bit of real estate closer to this resistance-ish level. I'm still not convinced we're going to break out anytime soon. Now, looking at the Dow Jones, this is really showing some weakness here, no bounce, and selling off here as we continue to make this correctional move. Now, one or two things will happen with Trump versus Biden as the election happens. We're going to talk about it on Facebook Live today, and then we're going to get into more depth on the webinar tomorrow evening. Okay, but as this is getting closer to that date, okay, we are showing some further weakness at 27,144 right now. We do have support level at 27,000. That's our next level. And then after that at 26,900-ish level. So keep that in mind as we get closer. Looking at the NASDAQ, really not retracing that much here. Okay, we're on a 1-hour chart. You can see pretty much it's within that parameter of trading within that range. Now, jumping into the stocks. Okay, now this is becoming a mixed bag. Apple showing some strength there at 114, bouncing yesterday from our 111 low. Facebook also. Okay, also showing some strengthening, and Microsoft as well showing some strength at 212. However, looking at Cisco and looking at Intel, this is dead in the water. Okay, if we even look at Intel is really trading, if we look at a daily chart, close to our lows back in March when the markets tumbled. Okay, so that is a tremendous support level for Intel. And this is really reminiscent of the year 2000 when Intel broke that $60 range and then continued to break it since then. Okay, so with that said, we're hoping that this will not infiltrate some of the high-tech FANG stocks, okay, that have been showing some tremendous strength. Now, looking lastly at JP Morgan, okay, did retrace down to $99, okay, nothing wild, but it is retracing, okay. Lastly, and especially this is really an important one, Bitcoin showing some tremendous strength this morning, just receding a little bit, 13,660. Now remember, if we continue this momentum, we could definitely get back into the 15,000, 19,000-ish area, okay? So that will certainly be in play if this continues this kind of tear, especially if we break 14,000. So lots happening, okay? A lot of opportunities on both sides of the aisle, whether you're going long or going short. But I do recommend that you're taking stop losses at a minimum so that we don't get hurt. You don't find yourself at the wrong side of the trade. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.